Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Tuesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Diana Master. In the news tonight, Namibia's road network is under growing pressure and the Road Fund Administration says the money to fix it is running out. RFA Chief Executive Officer Ali Ipinge says the fund faces a $4.5 billion shortfall this financial year. That means it can only meet 45% of the country's total road financing needs. Ipinge described the situation as part of a continued historical trend of underfunding, warning that without urgent action, the national road network could become unsustainable. He's calling for the alternative funding mechanisms to preserve Namibia's infrastructure, a critical link for trade, tourism, and everyday mobility. Meanwhile, road experts and local leaders are raising fresh concerns as truck traffic surges and maintenance backlogs widen, putting more strain on already deteriorating routes across the country. You can catch the full story in NMH's publications on Thursday. Now, Namibia has recorded a sharp rise in road accidents and fatalities this year, with police warning that reckless driving is claiming more lives than before. According to the latest crash statistics from the Namibian police, between January and 26 October 2024, the country recorded 2,678 crashes, 4,389 injuries, and 416 deaths nationwide. That's a 22% increase in fatalities and a 7% rise in crashes compared to the same period last year, while injuries dropped slightly by about 1.5%. With just under 300 days gone this year, the data translates to nearly 14 road deaths and over 140 injuries for 100,000 people. Police have issued a strong warning ahead of the festive season, urging drivers, passengers and pedestrians to act responsibly on the roads. Roadblocks and awareness campaigns will be intensified in the coming weeks as authorities try to curb the surge in crashes and save lives. The Rundu Annual Trade Fair has broken records this year, attracting its largest number of exhibitors since the event began 8 years ago. According to Francisca Kupembona, Strategic Executive for Community Services at the Rundu Town Council, a total of 168 exhibitors are showcasing at this year's fair, up from 133 last year. Kupembona says the event has grown into a major regional platform, drawing businesses, investors, government ministries, and visitors from across Namibia and beyond. Among this year's exhibitors are 7 international participants, 5 from Tanzania, 1 from Kenya, and 1 from Cameroon, highlighting Rundu's growing appeal as a hub for trade and cross-border business connections. The 8th Rundu Annual Trade Fair continues this week, with organizers saying it's not just a showcase of products and services, but a celebration of opportunity, innovation, and regional growth. Philippus Joseph was there.
Into a major regional event that attracts business, investors, government ministries, and visitors from all parts of Namibia and neighboring countries. Year on year, we continue to make significant strides in terms of attraction to the trade fair. In this regard, we are pleased to report that this year we have managed to attract 206 stalls that have been occupied by 168 exhibitors, compared to last year where we had 133 exhibitors. This is testament of the hard work that the Rundu Town Council is putting and recognizing the importance of this event. As His Worship the Mayor reiterated earlier, among the exhibitors we have 7 international exhibitors, 5 from Tanzania, 1 from Kenya, and 1 Cameroonian representative. We also have 3 national exhibitors from other regions within Namibia, and the good news is 118 local exhibitors from the Kavango East region.
In our next story, Prime Minister Elijah Ngurare has called on Namibians to keep investing in the country's local talent, saying technical and vocational skills are key to national development. Ngurare made the remarks yesterday at the launch of the Indongo Training Center in Windhoek. He said he is personally part of the technical and vocational education training sector, adding that the new center supports Pillar 1 of Vision 2030 and Namibia's 6th National Development Plan. The Prime Minister urged Namibians not to tire in empowering young people with practical skills, saying it is through such investments that the nation can secure a sustainable and innovative future. Ngurare also extended warm greetings to Frans Oupa Indongo, the founder of Indongo Toyota, praising his enduring contribution to national growth and job creation. The Indongo Training Center is expected to boost Namibia's TVET capacity and equip young Namibians with the skills needed to drive industrialization and economic progress. This video is courtesy of Chris Kaukemwa.
Secondly, please, through the leadership of the Frans Indongo Group, please convey to our old man our salutation that he's one of the leaders that has charted into the path that looked impossible and made it possible, especially for young people, and we give them a round of applause. Thirdly, the neighbor here, as you know, he is Mweno Mkunda of Onanjamba in Okankolo constituency. He has just whispered to me something very inspiring, that Mrs. Osman Miranda is also an inspiring story. She began and rose from secretary to be who she is today. Let's give her a round of applause. Quite impressive, an inspiration to the girl child out there, that you can rise, you can be what you want to be. And
stay with us after the break. We bring you our Community Talk segment.
Life is unpredictable and one needs to be protected against any eventuality. Get Santam legal access from as little as 50 Namibian dollars a month for when you find yourself in need of legal representation due to civil cases, criminal prosecution, and family matters such as divorce, child maintenance, and custody. It also covers labor disputes, disciplinary hearings, and unfair dismissal or retrenchment. With Santam Legal Access, you'll receive free legal advice on almost every legal aspect, whether the specific matter is covered by your policy or not. For true peace of mind and legal protection when you need it most, call us on 061 292 8000. Santam. This is freedom.
Have you ever wondered why Grandma keeps her money under the mattress? And why is Angela uninsured? The Namibia Financial Inclusion Survey 2025 will help us find all the answers. From 6 October till the 4th of November 2025, the Namibia Statistics Agency teams in uniforms with tablets will visit homes across all 14 regions to learn about financial access, informal banking and saving habits. Email us at info@nsa.org.na or at 061 431 3200.
Starting us off in our Community Talk segment, Network Media Hub NMH spoke to Namibia Tourism Board NTB Head of Operations and Enterprise Support Barbara Snyders-Bok, who highlighted the opening of the office in Rundu, making it the entity's third branch outside Windhoek. She said the expansion aims to bring NTB services closer to tourism stakeholders and address long-standing bottlenecks faced by operators in the Kavango regions. Philippus Joseph was there.
Operations and enterprise support, and I'm very happy to announce that we have opened our office in Rundu. We also have opened one in Lüderitz and in Ongwendiva, and all the upcoming tourism entrepreneurs can start registering their businesses at these offices. for disc replacements and any other related services that the NTB regulate. Thank you. By bringing these offices closer to the people, we would like all the non-compliance matters to be eliminated. So people who are not registered must go to these offices, register themselves, because there are other benefits like the training programs for customer care services, entrepreneurship training, also to market their establishments, so they can actually benefit from all these activities that the NTB plan if they are registered. And if they are not registered, we can assist them with registering. So the other is also to uplift the tourism activities within these regions, so that when tourists come visit the regions, that they can explore and learn more about the culture of these regions, and also have a pleasant stay within these regions.
Speaking at the UN's 80th anniversary commemorations, which took place recently, UN Resident Coordinator in Namibia, Hopelang Pororo, highlighted the crucial role the United Nations has played in Namibia over the decades, describing it as a strong and reliable collaborator in the country's development journey. Take a look.
Today, multilateralism is needed more than ever. For Namibia, the United Nations has never been an abstract idea. It has been a partner in the defining moments of the nation's history. Since 1946, Namibia was on the UN agenda. The country's path to independence was shaped by international solidarity and the principles enshrined in the UN Charter. As it is commonly said by Namibian leaders, Namibia was midwifed by the United Nations. Without the UN, Namibia's independence or the end of apartheid would have not unfolded in the same way. Would the country have been able to confront HIV/AIDS or manage COVID-19 without global cooperation?
Stay with us, economic news coming up right after the break.
Life is unpredictable and one needs to be protected against any eventuality. Get Santam legal access from as little as 50 Namibian dollars a month for when you find yourself in need of legal representation due to civil cases, criminal prosecution, and family matters such as divorce, child maintenance, and custody. It also covers labor disputes, disciplinary hearings, and unfair dismissal or retrenchment. With Santam Legal Access, you'll receive free legal advice on almost every legal aspect, whether the specific matter is covered by your policy or not. For true peace of mind and legal protection when you need it most, call us on 061 292 8000. Santam. This is freedom.
In a world where politicians promise the moon and deliver potholes, where democracy sometimes arrives in camouflage and ballots often look like formalities, one show dares to laugh with Africa, at Africa, and sometimes for Africa. This is Second Take, your weekly dose of political satire with an African soul and a global edge. From coups disguised as press briefings to ministers moonwalking past accountability, we serve the real news with sharper writing. Each week we bring you the TikTok of the week, because sometimes the revolution is vertical, and the heartwarming moment of the week to remind us that not everything is burning. We also sit down with the bold, the brilliant, and the brave, voices that question power, stir thought, and spark laughter. Because when the headlines are wild, the leaders are louder, and the truth is lost in translation, we all need a second take.
Now Now let's head into our economic news. ANIREP MD Iyalo Nangolo says Namibia's independent power producers, IPPs, stand to benefit majorly if infrastructure investments are made to upgrade the current power infrastructure, which he described as outdated to serve current energy needs. Namibia would also be able to generate export earnings instead of paying it out to other countries, retaining the desired foreign exchange in country, he said. Nangolo made the comments at the recent Namibia Public-Private Forum and said there was sufficient scope for Namibia to become a net exporter of energy into the Southern African Power Pool, SAPP. The region needs at least 5 gigawatts, and the region is connected through these intermittent connections that are colonial and antiquated. For Namibia to leverage its strengths, we need to make sure we increase our capabilities to connect to the region. Thereby, we are able to overcome our high energy bill, which is exporting our funds, which we're paying for electricity, and retain it in Namibia, Nangolo said. Now let's take a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades at 22.97 to the British pound, 20.06 against the euro, 17.22 to the US dollar, and 2 Namibian dollars and 42 cents buys you 1 Chinese yuan. All commodities are down. Brent crude oil now trading at $65.28 per barrel. Stay with Sunset News as we bring you the latest in international news right after the break.
Have you ever wondered why Grandma keeps her money under the mattress? And why is Angela uninsured? The Namibia Financial Inclusion Survey 2025 will help us find all the answers. From 6 October till the 4th of November 2025, the Namibia Statistics Agency teams in uniforms with tablets will visit homes across all 14 regions to learn about financial access, informal banking and saving habits. Email us at info@nsa.org.na or at 061 431 3200.
Life is unpredictable and one needs to be protected against any eventuality. Get Santam legal access from as little as 50 Namibian dollars a month for when you find yourself in need of legal representation due to civil cases, criminal prosecution, and family matters such as divorce, child maintenance, and custody. It also covers labor disputes, disciplinary hearings, and unfair dismissal or retrenchment. With Santam Legal Access, you'll receive free legal advice on almost every legal aspect, whether the specific matter is covered by your policy or not. For true peace of mind and legal protection when you need it most, call us on 061 292 8000. Santam. This is freedom.
Headlining our international news, tragedy has struck Kenya's coast, where 11 people died in a plane crash early Tuesday morning. Authorities say the Mombasa Air Services aircraft, registration 5YCCA, went down at around 5:30 in the Tsimbagolini area of Kwale County. The plane was flying from Diani Airport to Kichwa Tembo Airstrip in the Masai Mara National Park when it crashed. On board were 10 passengers, 8 Hungarians, 2 Germans and a Kenyan captain. Officials have confirmed there were no survivors. Mombasa Air Safari Chairman John Cleave says an emergency response team was immediately activated and is cooperating fully with aviation authorities investigating the cause. This is the second major air tragedy in Kenya in recent months following a crash in August that killed 6 people. Kenya's aviation sector remains a lifeline for its tourism industry, which draws thousands of visitors each year to iconic destinations like the Masai Mara. Now, Hurricane Melissa, the strongest storm on Earth this year, is approaching Jamaica as a Category 5 hurricane with sustained winds of 175 miles per hour or 282 kilometers an hour. The U.S. National Hurricane Center has warned of catastrophic and life-threatening conditions, including flash flooding, landslides, and storm surges up to 13 feet along the southern coast. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has ordered mandatory evacuations in low-lying areas and closed both international airports. Schools have shifted online as thousands seek shelter in government facilities. At least 3 people have already died in Jamaica, with 4 more fatalities reported in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Meteorologists say Melissa could be the most powerful hurricane ever to hit Jamaica, exceeding the devastation of Hurricane Gilbert in 1988. The slow-moving storm, advancing at about 2 miles per hour, is expected to make landfall later today. Keeping with weather, let's take a look at the weather predictions. Katima Mulilo can expect partly cloudy conditions, maximum temperatures of 39 degrees Celsius and minimum temperatures of 26 degrees Celsius. In Kobabes, showers are expected and minimum temperatures will be at 20 degrees Celsius, while maximum temperatures will be at 34 degrees Celsius. Looking over at the coast, bright, clear conditions are expected in both Walvis Bay and Swakopmund. Maximum temperatures in Walvis Bay will be at 20 degrees Celsius, while the lowest it will be 12 degrees Celsius. In Ariamsplay, it is quite windy. Maximum temperatures of 34 degrees are to be expected, and minimum temperatures of 20 degrees Celsius are to be expected. We'll now head on over to the sports desk, proudly brought to you by SportWrap.
Good evening and welcome to your Sunset News Sports section, courtesy of the Sport Wrap Show. I'm Jesse Jackson Kauraitha. We start off with the Premier League fixtures that are coming up for the weekend, and we start off with Buccaneers facing Mighty Gunners on Friday evening at 1900 hours at the Independence Stadium. 11 Arrows FC battles Unam FC, who travels to Walvis Bay at the John Vulcan Stadium on Saturday. And then Eshoke Chula Chula FC Tigers FC, that match will be taking place at the Oshakati Independence Stadium. Tigers traveling to the Oshakati there. And Okahanja United FC battles Life Fighters FC at 1600 hours at Okahanja Now Apes Stadium, while Blue Waters and FC Ongos face off in Walvis Bay. KK Palace and Young Africans at Oshakati Stadium. And then African Stars, the champions, battle Julinho Athletics in Grootfontein. It will be African Stars' home match, but they announced that the team will be hosting matches outside Windhoek the first time, just to cater for their fans. And then we have Commerce Nampel FC Rundu Chiefs FC. That match will be at the Independence Stadium in Windhoek. On Sunday, the matches continue with Commerce Nampel hosting Julinho Athletics in Windhoek 1300 hours. And Blue Waters battles Unam FC in Walvis Bay. KK Palace Tigers, Bucks Buccaneers, Life Fighters, Okahanja United FC, Mighty Gunners FC, 11 Arrows FC battles FC Ongos, Eshoke Chula Chula Young African, and the weekend concludes with African Stars versus Rundu Chiefs at Grootfontein Umlunga Stadium. We also have news from the postponement of the Netball Namibia Premier League playoffs. The Netball Namibia Premier League informed all stakeholders and partners and supporters that the 2026 MTC Netball Namibia Premier League playoffs have been postponed from the initial scheduled date of 1st November. So a new date will be announced in that regard. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's Sport Wrap Show. Good night.
In a world where politicians promise the moon and deliver potholes, where democracy sometimes arrives in camouflage and ballots often look like formalities, one show dares to laugh with Africa, at Africa, and sometimes for Africa. This is Second Take, your weekly dose of political satire with an African soul and a global edge. From coups disguised as press briefings to ministers moonwalking past accountability, we serve the real news with sharper writing. Each week we bring you the TikTok of the week, because sometimes the revolution is vertical, and the heartwarming moment of the week to remind us that not everything is burning. We also sit down with the bold, the brilliant, and the brave, voices that question power, stir thought, and spark laughter. Because when the headlines are wild, the leaders are louder, and the truth is lost in translation, we all need a second take.
We've come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook on all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, oneup2.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 from Monday through to Thursday at 7:30 to 8 p.m. I am Diana Master, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.